Welcome to the Crypto and Blockchain Talk.
Hello.
Hey.
Guten Tag.
Aloha.
Hola. Shalom.
Hello.
Namaste.
Ni hao.
Privet.
Hello.
Salut. Yassas.
Salve.
Ciao.
Bonjour. Our podcast talks about the latest trends in the worlds of cryptocurrencies and the blockchain. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Crypto and Blockchain Talk. And it is a very interesting world out there, but regardless of what's going on politically and all the stuff that we read in the news, there's still obviously life that goes on in other places. And there's some very exciting pieces of news and really interesting projects that are happening all around us. And we would be very remiss if we didn't cover some of these extremely interesting projects. And today with me, I have somebody, this guy is amazing in the first instance. He's got a background which I think many people are going to really want me to dive into, which I will do on your behalf. Gino LoPinto. Gino, when I say your name, I want to scream like in a Rocky voice, you know? I want to be like, Gino! I'm like talking to you, even making like Italian hands at the same time. You know, I told Nick Saponaro when I spoke to him in the last podcast, I said, it's impossible for me. I don't know what it is, but when I see that somebody has a name like that should like be owning a pizza parlor and I want to see Goodfellas coming out from the back. I mean, you have that name. You have that name. And also I saw your photograph. I mean, if anyone looks like they should be cast in Goodfellas, it's you, buddy.
Yes, that's true.
It's amazing, actually. But your life, forget Hollywood and Goodfellas and all that kind of thing. You have an amazing life. You've really made a name for yourself. But we'll go into that in just a moment. You have started a project with a gentleman named Mark Roberts. You started this project called E11EVEN. And it looks amazing. And I want you to tell all of our listeners about what E11EVEN is.
E11 actually was created in 2013. Dennis DeGore, along with Michael Simpkins and Mark Roberts. And we created a lifestyle brand. That's what we set out to do. But it actually started with an ultra club in downtown Miami. And it led to growing exponentially. From that, we created our own merchandise line. We've become famous worldwide for our hats. We've done a vodka, which the CEO, Nikki Simpkins, Michael's wife, operates and was the founder of the vodka. And now we've gone into the hotel and residences where we're building two 65-story towers across the street from our nightclub.
So the nightclub, E11 Miami, is your nightclub?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. That is amazing. Okay, so there's a lot to really break down here and a lot to go into, but let's first talk about you because I read your bio and it said in your bio, and I have to tell you, this really did blow my mind, that you are pretty much responsible for bringing people like Tiesto, David Guetta, Erick Morillo, people like this to the Las Vegas Strip.
Actually, one of the first to do the EDM scene in Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip before the casinos even started bringing nightclubs within their properties. I had a club called Utopia that was very well known at the time in the 90s. And we brought some of the biggest acts, even pop stars like Prince and Black Eyed Peas and the Killers. It was an amazing time in Vegas. So I was part of that whole growth of that city.
That's pretty significant, you know. And EDM stands for electronic dance music. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so you brought this EDM scene to Las Vegas, and you're now rubbing elbows with some of the biggest names in the world. Everybody knows the names of the acts that you brought. What happened then after that? Is that when you said, oh, I'm going to open up a nightclub in Miami?
No, I was in the game in Vegas for years, and my now partner, Dennis DeGore, actually a competitor, but a friend in Las Vegas, came out here to Miami and met Mark Roberts and Michael Simpkins, and they structured a deal to create a nightclub. And Dennis approached me about being a partner and moving out to Miami. And, it was right after the big financial crash in 08, 09. So I actually turned them down a few times and then eventually kind of saw the vision and said, you know what? Okay, let's do it. And what a ride it's been.
I'll bet. I mean, that is, 2008, they started to work on you. It's now 2022. So they must have done a good selling job on you in order to make you change your entire lifestyle and make you move to Miami.
Yeah, absolutely. Dennis was very persuasive. I was married. I just had, new kids.
Wow.
And really I was in Vegas most of my life, for 38 years. So that was home, it was comfort. And to move across country was a big move for us at the time.
So you said that you came down to Miami. It had to have been after 2008, which is when they started to twist your arm so you'd come down. But 2009, we see the launch of Bitcoin. So when did you start going along the ride for crypto? When did you actually get in that car going to Crypto Town, and did you actually start getting involved into crypto? Was it very early on, or was it only just recently?
God, I wish I could say it was 09, but it was not. Personally, it was prior to COVID, about 2018, 19. And then I started talking to the partners about, what do you guys think about accepting crypto at the nightclub? And eventually, took a little while. We talked about it for months, maybe 7-8 months. And eventually we said, you know what, it's a good idea. And we started accepting crypto at the nightclub. And much to our surprise, we knew it would do okay, but we could, I can't believe the amount that we processed really in Bitcoin in the last year. We've been accepting it for a year now.
Please tell me that you were accepting Bitcoin back in 2018 when after the crash happened.
we were not accepting
Bitcoin. Gino, what are you thinking?
I know we were a little behind, but still first club in America to officially accept it. So we were kind of ahead of the game in our industry, but a little bit behind as far as the crypto world goes.
Well, I mean, the fact that you're doing it now, I guess we can forgive you for not being early enough in the space. So you now okay, so before we talk about the apartments and residences, you have the nightclub, you're accepting crypto, and your EDM days are following you because you have some pretty big names who are playing at your club. So if somebody has crypto in their wallet, now, do you take all crypto or?
When we first started, we used a platform that accepted not all crypto, but 5 or 6 of the main ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. And now we went to a different platform where we only do accept Bitcoin.
Oh, really? Why do you only accept Bitcoin?
It's definitely the main cryptocurrency, as we know. And it's so easy. Anybody that is familiar with a crypto wallet, they either have Bitcoin or it's such an easy transfer over to Bitcoin to then pay with it. Two hits of a button, that it was just a better platform we found. It was a better way to go for us.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of people who are writing in. We're going to say, you should be accepting this cryptocurrency or going onto this platform or that platform so that, you can make all these really quick and smooth transactions regardless of the cryptocurrency, and even have it on the back end so that it actually by itself convert whatever cryptocurrency that somebody pays you into Bitcoin. I mean, are you guys actually looking at developing the back end of what you guys are doing, or is it just you guys are saying we're hardcore Bitcoinists, we're not going to go away from Bitcoin. Bitcoin is where we stay?
Yeah, it's really not that at all, but you'd be surprised. It's not like just taking a credit card. The platforms out there were fairly new. A couple have been around for years, but it's really the platform that dictates. And we found in the nightlife world, it was a little difficult with a couple platforms we tried. Just from an operational and logistical standpoint, it wasn't really about the currency being used. And we found a platform that works a lot quicker and easier, better solution for our guests. And that platform only accepts Bitcoin. So it was more, this is the best platform. So you know what, let's just go with this. And it's actually worked very well. And we do have some people from time to time that, you know, a quick complaint, but it doesn't stop them from then paying with Bitcoin.
Well, of course. I mean, you know, I wouldn't complain if I was coming into your club. I'd be like, well, I wish you would accept these, but it would be a very short-lived complaint. You have this gorgeous nightclub. You have all these famous people. I mean, I just looked at your calendar. You have some of my favorites there. You have like DJ Snake who's coming in. I mean, seriously, if I was right now in Florida, I would be going to that. I love DJ Snake. Amazing. Matter of fact, him with a Luna George, one of my favorite songs of all time. Anyway, so you've got some amazing people. You have 50 Cent, who we all know, by the way, is very hardcore into crypto. We know he has major investments in crypto. I mean, I know all about that. We've also covered him on other podcasts because he's such a lover of crypto. So now what I want to do is I want to talk about, you also have this NFT collection. Yeah, you call it the non-fungible nightlife. So what's this NFT collection about?
This NFT collection came about from our success with accepting crypto and also the success of our hats. We've done like $10 million in hat sales in the 8 years we've been in business.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. People send pictures from the Eiffel Tower, from the pyramids. Like it's absolutely nuts what happened with these hats, which is usually in an expense category for a nightclub. You usually give them away so people are wearing your brand.
Yeah.
And we've been selling them from day one, and it's just become our hot item.
That's amazing. I mean, that's really amazing. Yeah, but you have to go to your nightclub to get your hat, correct? You don't sell them online, do you?
We do sell them online as well. We have some limited editions on premise just for something a little special if you actually come to the club, but we do sell them online as well.
Oh, that's right. And that's quite nice. Okay, so you have an NFT collection, which shows that you're taking an even further step into this whole arena. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the SEC has actually said lately that they are looking to treat NFTs as securities, or they're looking to actually regulate NFTs, in a way that would actually make everyone have to register with the SEC if they're selling an NFT. They're trying to see if NFTs are being used to raise money like traditional securities. That's the first thing. And they've already started to send subpoenas out. They're also interested in information about fractional NFTs, which obviously I'm going to talk to also about fractional ownership of, if your property in your new hotel residences does this. But they're also interested in people who are fractionalizing NFTs, which of course allows multiple people to hold and also trade, a share of an asset, such as, an NFT in itself, or it could even be real estate. So the fact that the SEC has traditionally not considered Bitcoin to be a security, because it's often used as currency, that is actually quite interesting in one arena. And then, of course, Ethereum got a pass because their project is now so decentralized. It's to a point where, of course, no single person or group controls the success. But It seems that obviously, and of course, we could also bring up Ripple, which, by the way, I'm a Ripple girl in a Ripple world. We can talk about XRP all day long. And I've always made, and by the way, I should also put here a very quick disclaimer. In no way, shape, or form are Gino or I talking about anything in this podcast as being an investment. You have to do your own homework, your own due diligence, your own research into everything. And if you need any help within the crypto space, you have to find your own professional financial advisor, and you have to really then delve even deeper. And so anyway, so to go even further, you have XRP, which of course right now is in a massive tangle with the SEC on whether they think XRP is an unregistered security, and they're trying to obviously go after Ripple. So it's kind of like a mess in this space. But now they're saying that they really want to look at probing NFT creators and marketplaces for regulatory violations. So what do you think about that personally?
Personally, I actually think it's a good thing for the space. There has been a lot of funny business going on in the crypto world, as we know, and I don't think regulation's bad. It's going to stay decentralized. I think that's the key. But we have a great law firm. We run everything by them. As far as our collection, which is the 11 Captains Club, we just launched the promo. We're actually minting the beginning of April. Just launched the Discord and everything.
Nice.
And it's based on our hats with different traits. So there's 10,011 total NFTs in the collection. And it's a little different with us because most of the NFTs really don't have a tangible utility. I mean, the Bored Apes obviously gave you the IP rights, which is why that became the most valuable NFT collection out there. But as far as a tangible utility, you look at like Gary Vee and the Fly Fish Club. He's did a private dining NFT basically and there's no restaurant built yet.
Yep.
We have a nightclub that's been here for 8 years. So, there's specific access to, I want to say, the 11 brand with this collection. I think we break any security rules. I know we don't because we ran it by and we're very aware of everything you just stated, which is definitely true. But we definitely ride a straight line. So there's no worry over here.
If you've got lawyers, you're fine. You're more than fine. No doubt when your lawyers just saw the news that a Mickey Mantle NFT baseball card went for like $500,000, they probably went, yeah, we got to firm this up, especially if you're doing 10 billion in hat sales. They probably dotted their I's again and crossed their T's again just to be triply sure because they don't want to go messing with Gino. So, I don't even want to mess with a guy named Gino. So, you're sitting around your nightclub. You have your virgin pina colada in your hand. You're listening to the greatest music and you're sitting there with Mark and you go, you know what, Mark? You know what Miami needs? Miami needs another high rise and some residences, a hotel. We need some big time real estate here. This club's just not enough and the hats aren't cooking it for me. We need more. Is that how that happened? What happened? How did 11 residences happen? And I need for you to also explain to me the hotel and residences part. And I'd like for you to explain to me also if anything is fractionalized, meaning that people can own okay, so let's just talk about fractional ownership.
We don't do any fractional ownership, so it's going to be an easy answer.
Oh, okay, that's good. You're sitting around the table, you're holding your virgin pina colada, you turn to Mark and you go, we need a hotel here in Miami. I'm sick of driving me and my family and my 16 kids home every night. I need something quicker to get home to. How did this happen? How did you guys come up with doing this? And I want you to explain also how you got into this idea of taking crypto.
Well, when we first got together back in 2013, we opened the club in 2014, and we discussed launching a lifestyle brand. But I actually was sitting with Dennis, and we thought about a music label, maybe a Spirit sound system we also have in a partnership with DOS Audio. We really weren't thinking hotel. That kind of came about from the 11 proof of concept into other realms, the merchandise, then the sound system, then the vodka. And yes, it was Mark that met Ryan Shear, managing partner of PMG, who's a big developer. They have the tallest building in Central Park. They're developing the Waldorf in Miami. They have a ton of projects, really great at what they do, great people. And we all met, Michael Simpkins, Dennis DeGore, Mark Roberts, and Ryan Shear. And he said, I think this brand can work as a hotel residence. And Michael and Mark had the property across the street already, the land. It was flat land. It's actually a parking lot now that we just broke ground on. And that's kind of how it came about. It was really the PMG developing side believing in the brand and us being more of a marketing machine thinking, you know what? I think our guests and people will gravitate to it. And so we entered into an agreement. We launched what we thought only going to be one tower, 65-story tower, just under 400 units. And we sold it out in 38 days, which is like a record time for a hotel property in Miami.
So wait a minute. So you sold this. So, okay, let me ask you this question. So at this point you were taking crypto. So was it only crypto you were accepting, or was it also fiat currencies?
Well, let me backtrack a little, because we were talking about the nightclub accepting crypto and only Bitcoin now with the platform we use, which is OpenNode. Now, with a hotel residence, probably 3/4 through the sale of Tower 1, we decided, wow, this is going so fast. Let's do another tower. Michael and Mark they own that whole block as far as property. So we said, do a Tower 2, and let's see if we can accept crypto for condo deposits. So we're the first to do that. We cut a deal with FTX on this one. And for all the people writing in of that we only accept Bitcoin, for the club, over at the condo deposits, we actually accept multiple cryptocurrencies through the FTX platform.
Ah, very good. So they're going to do the exchange for you.
Exactly, yes. People want to put their deposit down by crypto. We send it to FTX. They do the whole KYC, and then they send the money into the escrow account.
How much does the cheapest unit in the 11 residences cost? How much does somebody have to pay for one of these?
They start at $300,000.
That's actually a good price for Miami.
Yeah, it's a fair price. It goes all the way up to the penthouse sold for almost $30 million.
Okay, so obviously when people are paying you the deposit, it's the amount. It's obviously what the amount on that day is.
Correct. Yeah, it's just the crypto holder that it changes for, not us. It's still dollar for dollar, whatever that amount is that day. You're either paying more or less in crypto, depending on the market.
So are there not days where you think to yourself, especially when you see there are 10% plus gains in the crypto market, especially with Bitcoin, are there days where you go, damn, I wish we held for 24 hours?
That's funny. For us, we still get the dollar for dollar, so it doesn't really fluctuate on our side. Really, just from the buyer's standpoint, they're probably wishing that they would have waited 24 hours if
Yeah, no doubt. So right now, how much is sold out in the second project? Because the first one sold out. So how much is left in the second, what would it be, the second tower?
Yeah, Tower 2, which is called 11 Hotel and Residences Beyond, it's just about 80% now.
The 20% that's left over, are those the $1 million apartments? What's left over? What's the lowest price of what's left over? Or is that still in the 300,000 unit, around the $300,000 mark?
Sure exactly what's left, but I think there's a few on each level. I'm not sure if there's any of the 300s left, but I think 400 and definitely a couple of the $1 million ones for sure.
Well, does that come with your own helipad? Because I'm not giving you $1 million, buddy, unless I get a helipad.
We have a helipad on Tower 2, so you're welcome to use it.
Yes, I need my own personal one for my make-believe helicopter.
And in that hotel, we have a Deepak Chopra spa. We're doing an 11 pool club. We have 5-star dining, rooftop restaurant, private membership club in Tower 2. And both towers are connected via 75-foot air bridge.
Okay, well, if that's got a glass bottom, I'll be crawling from Tower 1 to Tower 2. I'm just letting you know that right now, okay? And I'll need also an airline barf bag to accompany me in between. Actually, I'm not that bad. I'm really not. So are you just allowing anyone to kind of come in and buy? Do you filter people out? Do you care? Is it just like whoever pays, plays? I mean, how does this work?
Yeah, pretty much. Like most real estate projects, it's who likes the project, who's willing to pay. We don't really filter anybody out. If you're coming in and you can write the check or have the crypto wallet, then you're welcome to buy.
Okay, so because, it can, especially with crypto isn't like a check, obviously, which I know you know. I didn't mean that to be flippant. I obviously know you know your stuff. But obviously with a check, there's a bit of a paper trail. With crypto, there doesn't necessarily have to be any trail. And so if someone then is buying from you and they're using crypto, are you asking for any other form of identification, or is it just as simple as I can ship you my money right now and I get my apartment?
Well, it's not that easy because you go through the FTX platform. There is a KYC involved, and then there's the real estate contract as well. So there's really no hiding behind the real estate with crypto.
These are all being done via smart contract. Is that right?
Yes. With FTX, yes.
When people are paying in crypto, is that real estate contract and everything else then done on the chain and stored on the chain? Is there any paper whatsoever?
Just the payments on the smart contract. There's still a hard contract for the real estate property, just like someone paying in fiat.
Okay. Is there a hotel also that's being built?
It's a combo. So you can decide as a buyer, you can decide to live there, or you could put it into a rental program. Tower 1 is more of a nightly type of rental. And in Tower 2, it's more of an extended stay type of rental, 30 days and beyond.
In terms of the tokenization of real estate, right? Is it going to also be easy for people to trace and verify the transactions of the real estate and the ownership of the real estate?
Yeah, I mean, everything's transparent on the blockchain, right? It's all public. It's a public ledger, basically. So a deposit for a condo unit would be exposed to the public. Yeah, from a real estate standpoint, I know the deposit's transparent. I'm not sure if the full property contract is actually on a smart contract. I don't believe it is.
Some rooms, I guess, that you'll always keep. I mean, you're obviously going to keep ownership of some of these rooms, because if everybody let's just say everybody who buys one says, well, I don't want to have people in my apartment. I mean, imagine if, there's something big in town, like let's just say NASCAR or something like that. Yeah, where everybody who owns one will be in town and using their own rooms. Is it the case that you have are you going to set any aside that are always going to be hotel rooms, or is it just the case that you're just hoping that a percentage of people will always be letting their rooms out?
They're all private ownership, other than the ones me and my partners purchased for ourselves. But there are certain restrictions when you decide to put your residence into the rental program. So there's certain blackout dates. You can't just say, I'm going to not keep it in the program for all the busiest dates here. If you're living there, then great. But if you put it into a rental program, there's different percentages of how much time you want. You want to do 50-50, you want to do 75-25, whatever the breakdowns may be, which are still being decided. But then there'll be blackout dates. If you do put it into the rental program, you won't be able to just say, let me take it back out for Formula One or Art Basel or any of our crazy weeks out here.
Right. Well, and there's a lot of crazy weeks. You broke ground on 11/11, of 21.
Yes.
And you're expecting to complete the first tower in 2023. What's that party going to be like?
I think that may be the biggest party we'll ever throw in our lifetimes.
I'm sure. So is it going to be on the rooftop? And am I on the guest list? And and who's coming? And is it DJ Snake? And it's not on the air bridge.
We may have to bring it just for you, but no, it'll be property wide. It'll be probably 3-4 days long. Yeah, it'll be a spectacle for sure.
Do your residences also have access to a marina?
We actually have an 11 Beach Club that they have access to, which is in South Beach, but not a marina. No, it's not right on the water.
Wait a minute, I'm looking up 11 Beach Club. What the hell's going on? Do you have everything? 11 Beach Club.
11 Beach Club is a partnership we formed when we decided to do the hotel and residences project. For tourists that are staying on property, but they want to go to the beach. Really beautiful private beach down in South Point. It's amazing.
So you have the 11 Beach Club, the 11... your 11 nightclub. You now have the 11 residences and hotel. You have 11 crypto. What's the next thing you're going to do? Gino, it's not enough. You've got to get off your ass and do more. What are you going to do next?
You actually left out 11 vodka, which is growing rapidly in the state of Florida right now. It's only available in this state, but we're a top 10 vodka in our first year. And then we have our 11 sound system, which is labeled the world's best sounding club system in a partnership with DOS Audio out of Spain, 51-year-old company, and it's an amazing sound system.
Okay, so we have I'm looking on your 11 vodka site. Wait a minute, can I buy this with crypto?
You cannot buy it with crypto yet. We're working on it.
What's wrong with you, man? You got to get it. You got to get with the program. You have to be across the board. You're a brand man. You should know this. If you're going to go with the crypto, they should be able to buy the hat and the vodka.
We're getting there. We're getting there for sure. You can buy a hat at the club with crypto, just not the vodka yet. Or you could actually buy vodka, the 11 vodka, as part of bottle service with crypto at the club, just not online or at any of the stores it's available at.
And I'm looking up now 11 sound system. Let's have a look.
It's an incredible system. We're in 13 countries now, and we actually launched it when COVID started. It was a slow start, and now this last year has just been amazing.
So what's next then? I still don't think you're doing enough. 50 projects is just not enough. You need 51. So what's the next thing then?
Next, we always look at Las Vegas. It's our home. Miami's home now, but Vegas is where Dennis and I grew up. And New York is always on our radar. And we want to do more hotel and residences around the world.
There's a lot of places that you could be going to, because I tell you what, if this works, especially, and by the way, I don't know if you know this, but Portugal's a crypto haven. Anybody in crypto is going there, and it's the place to be right now in Europe, because it's pretty much a tax haven for crypto users. They're literally being drawn there like bees around honey. So yeah, make your next one in Portugal. I'll definitely be sure to visit you for sure.
Definitely have to look into that.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you guys are going to sell out. It's obvious. You sold out on Tower 1. Tower 2's going like full guns. So anything you want to add to any of that?
You're right. The hotel and residences are definitely going to sell out. We actually grand open our sales office at the end of this month. We haven't even had a sales office, but we have an unbelievable VR tour. You actually can tour both towers with the VR goggles on. You walk around our sales office with a tech team that just created something so special I've never seen in real estate. And we're focused on the 11 crypto with our 11 Captains Club launch. And next will be 11 Music, the label.
Okay, so you have 11 Music, the label. Wait a minute, if your next thing is going to be 11 Music, then you definitely have to have a blockchain platform for that, and then you can obviously allow people to launch their music right away, and people can play and pay in crypto. There's other projects like that around now. Along the lines of NFTs, they're basically putting their albums out and everything else, so maybe that's the next thing you do after that.
Yeah, I've been watching that closely, where they're issuing NFTs and you get royalties for the music, so the NFT holder actually is participating in the income of a track. I don't know if we're going to attack that right away, because I want to see how that works for others. But we did buy Bored Ape number 11. It's kind of our mascot right now.
Right.
And I see him being a DJ producer in the near future.
I think that you will have massive success. You've already had massive success. It's kind of like saying to Steve Jobs, if he was still here, Apple's going to be big. It's kind of a ridiculous thing to say, but look, everything you've done in the past has already yielded. You're doing now stuff which is still yielding. As we already said, the stuff that you're doing is selling out. You're selling $10 million worth of caps alone. That's not even talking about the NFT collections, which, when do they launch?
We just launched the promo in our Discord. We mint the whitelist April 4th, and it's the public. To the public minting is April 6th.
I can just say that it's been a real pleasure having you on Crypto and Blockchain Talk. I think that it's really magnificent that you're actually incorporating crypto and blockchain in the real world. And it looks like, if 11 crypto, if it develops the way I see it in my own head, if you do this right, this is the Aviva Luck. This is the Crypto and Blockchain podcast, Touch of Angel. I think it could be in the top 100. I really only wish you the best, and I would love it if you came on again.
Aviva, you're so easy to talk to, and I love what you're doing for the space. It's amazing.
Hey, thanks so much. Well, listen, I would like to just thank everyone for tuning into this week's Crypto and Blockchain Talk. Please ask your friends and family to download this podcast on one of many podcasting platforms. The full list is on cryptoandblockchaintalk.com. In addition, these beautiful podcasts are broadcast 24/7 on our sister radio station, Crypto 24 Radio. Crypto24radio.com broadcasts 24/7 around the world for your listening pleasure. Furthermore, you can always get in touch with us through our social media channels of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But what we love most of all is to hear from you directly through email. So please email us at education@savvydigital.com. That's education@savvy, S-A-V-I-I, digital.com. In addition, we know that you have many, many, many important things to do with your day. So when you tune into us, it means everything. It means the world to me and my team. So please be safe, take care, and goodbye for now.